This is a demonstration of Canva, which is a web app that's very popular to use to make infographics, especially memes and shorter infographics. To use Canva, you first need to go to canva.com, and at that point you will need to register. And then once you've registered, you can log in. You can see I already have a login. I also have notifications. I can check my notifications here. I can create a design by clicking here, or I can select one of the many templates that they have up here for me to use. I mentioned in the video that they have them already preset with the right sizes, which is nice, and they have a variety of sizes. For instance, this one is the normal infographic size, which is not very wide but taller. Also used in Pinterest a lot, social media, a poster, Facebook post, so a lot of different uses for your infographics. And then you also have your infographics down here that you may have created. So I'm going to create a design, and we're going to just practice on a simple one. So we'll start with a social media one. And I'm just going to scroll down so you can see some of those that are available. A number of different templates that you can use. And you also over here have your layouts, your elements, which are your free photos, some grids, some frames, some shapes. So a lot of different things that you can use here if you wanted to create it from scratch. You also have background that you can create, which you probably want to put on there first, and then text. And you as well can upload from your own images, especially logos. We use that quite a bit to get our own logo on our design. So back to layouts, I'm going to choose one, and I'm just going to do a simple one here. And each of these elements are an object, so you can click on them and you can remove them. I'm going to press delete on my keyboard to remove that one. Or you can use them however you want to use them, but you have several choices there in modifying the design. So what I'm going to do here is type a quote, do one thing every day that scares you. And that was Eleanor Roosevelt. And I'm going to move that up here. I'm just going to leave the year for the time being. Notice we have this element that we can leave or remove or leave or delete. Notice when I grab things that I do have guides to help me figure out where to put things. So I just added a quote here. When I click in there in the text, you'll notice over here I can choose to use a different font if I wanted to. So I could use any type of font. I can also change the size. If I wanted to, I can change the color as well. If I wanted to make it the same color, I can bold it. I can italicize it. I can center it. I can also change it to uppercase. It's already uppercase. I can make a bulleted list, and I can also add some spacing in letter spacing and line height. So a little bit of desktop publishing there to make it set it apart. And I decide I don't really like that color, so I'm going to go up here and change it back to black because it doesn't really show well. And I really don't like the thin either, so I'm going to go to this one. And then resize and rearrange. So you have a number of different things that you can do up here. You can also copy it. You can arrange. so that you can move things forward and back if you're stacking anything. You can make it more transparent or less transparent. Each object has a transparency on it. You can create a link and you can trash it. You can also up here share it. When you click share, you can share to people by typing an email address and giving them permission to either edit or view. You can also go to social and share it on to tweet it out, or on Facebook, and you can even write a caption on it that will go with your post. And you can link it, so you can send the link to someone, and again, you can give them more permission or less. You might want to just have them view it. You can copy that, and you can also share the design as an interactive website, as well as embed the code. So a lot of different, remember we talked about shareability, that they needed that shareability. Then you can also make this public. Right now it's private, but you can make it public if you want to, so anybody can come in here and see what you have designed. At this point, I'm going to download it, and you have the choices to download it as a PNG or JPEG or PDF standard or PDF print. Some really good choices here, and you can download it. Now this one is a premium, so I can't use it, I can't download it because it is a premium, so I'm going to close that. I was looking to see if it told me that over here. That's good that I chose one of those. Yes, it says dollars right there. It does not say free. So what I'm going to do is choose another one that's free maybe. And of course, then we need to start over because we lost our content. There are some that are not free, so you need to watch that. That was probably a good lesson in this video. And again, you can delete things. Do one thing every day that scares you. So now let me see if I can download it. And I can, because that was a free template that I chose this time. You can also add another page, and notice down here you can present it, enter presentation, or you can also zoom in. When you're finished, it saves it for you. So when you're finished, you can go to Canva, and you'll notice it's generating mine there. It's not quite finished, but you can choose a different one to use. I'm just going to go to Infographic and scroll down a little bit, kind of look at some of these. I would like to talk about a couple of them that, or at least one of them that's actually an example of something I talked about earlier, and drag that over there. Now I had a blank canvas, so what I could have done was gone over here and used elements and text and put my own thing together. This one is a good example of the course that I took where they wanted you to, many of the infographics capture attention and have a focal point by having a large image with things inside that image. This is sort of what they were talking about. And you'll notice that everything on here is an object, so you can edit it. You can make it smaller, the text, you can change the color, you can change the font type, all of those things. Anytime I click in the text box, I get my toolbar there to do that. So a lot of different things that you can do with them once you have chosen a particular template. Now this one, bicycle safety, notice it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So Infographics have different purposes. Some are teaching you something, sometimes they are giving you information, sometimes it's geographical, sometimes it's data driven. So it just depends on what kind, and that's what you should determine your purpose and then choose one that fits your purpose. End of the Canva demonstration.